Good morning, Hojo staff, students, and families. Ya'ataya bina. We're ready to start our day. So everybody please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Our voices are off and bodies are still. Our eyes are on the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, April 12th, and we start a new week with some new music. But this is music that might be familiar to you. You hear it every year at Christmas, and in fact, if you took ballet here at Hojo, you've heard this music. This is from Peter Tchaikovsky, and it is from the Nutcracker Suite, and it is Waltz of the Flowers. Tchaikovsky composed this piece in December of 1892. It's based on a fairy tale of the Nutcracker and the Mouse King. At first, he didn't want to write this music. He didn't think that he felt inspired to do it. But then later became inspired by his sister had passed away, and he was thinking of her. Her name was Alexandra, and he wrote the Waltz of the Flowers when he was thinking of her. Later on, many years later, Percy Grainger, remember we heard Percy Grainger when he composed the music, the Irish tune from the County Derry. Well, he also composed or arranged a piano solo based on the Waltz of the Flowers. And Walt Disney used this selection in Fantasia. So if you've ever seen Fantasia, you've probably heard this selection also. So this is Waltz of the Flowers from the Nutcracker Suite by Peter Tchaikovsky. Mrs. Neff has this on YouTube so you can watch the ballet dancers. I was watching them upside down while we were playing this selection. So enjoy that if you have a chance to go onto our YouTube channel. It is Peter Tchaikovsky's from the Nutcracker Suite, the Waltz of the Flowers. Okay, being Monday, we have a new artist also. This week, our artist is Gustav Klimt, and he was an Austrian artist born in 1862. And he sort of turned things around a little bit, changed things up. So we have seen realism, where we see exact people portraits that look exactly like the person in real life. It almost like they could step right out of that painting. We've seen some landscape with lots of details. We've seen impressionist painting, which is with watercolors that's not quite defined forms, but you can make out what it is. We've seen lots of different styles. We've seen pointillism, but for Klimt, he used gold leaf, so little flecks of gold that you can paint onto his paintings. He used geometric shapes, lots of color. And so this was a very new type of painting, and it's considered modern because of that. So the first painting we have is called The Kiss, and it was painted somewhere between 1907 and 1908, and it is during this period which is called the Golden Period. It shows two people who are embracing and kissing each other, but they have these beautiful long robes, and it's kind of difficult to see that. It doesn't quite look like that. It just looks like you can make out a face, but there's lots of shapes and lots of color. And if you could imagine what this looks like with actual gold on it when you see it in person, use your imagination for that. This is one of his most popular works, and it is Gustav Klimt, The Kiss. Do you see that? All those colors there? Very different than the other paintings we've looked at so far. Okay, poems. All right, let's see. Poem this week is from the 4th grade poems. It is by Robert Frost, and it is The Road Not Taken. Now, since we've been doing announcements for about a year online, I know we've done this before, but we do it every year because all of our students usually memorize poems and recite them for everybody else. And so every year we have a new group of 4th graders who need to memorize their poems. So this is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there, had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So oftentimes we have in life choices to make, right? And so we can see those choices. And it's interesting that Robert Frost thinks about it. He looks down the road and he's analyzing, if I take this choice, if I go down this road, it looks like most people go down this road. What happens if I go down this road? And then what happens if I go down this other road that people have not gone down as much? Now you can think about that literally when you're in the woods and you're taking a trail. You might go take the trail that's been most traveled by. You think that might be the safest route. But if you're looking for adventure and you're looking for something new and to be different and unique, sometimes you might take the other road. And so he talks about this in his life too. So one of the most popular, most famous poems from an American poet, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Okay, our amendments. So we've been practicing the 10 amendments, the U.S. Constitution, and we're up to 8. We have 2 more to go after 8. So let's do 6 together. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall be previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Okay, that was the 6th Amendment. 7th Amendment. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. Okay, so the 8th Amendment, we just started to learn that last week. One sentence, right? So I'm going to say it, and then you repeat it. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. Okay, let's say it all together. excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. Right. All right, we'll keep going. We have 2 more to go to get to the end, and then we'll practice them all together. Don't forget the ones at the beginning, right? So what's the Second Amendment? A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The Third Amendment doesn't come up much, but don't forget it. No soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Let's not forget the first 5 as we go to the second 5. Okay, birthdays. We do have one birthday today, and that's Tegan. Tegan's having a birthday, so I hope you're watching online, Tegan. Happy birthday to you. I believe that's all for birthdays for today. So announcements. We have sent out the report cards. So parents, if you have not received, if you're watching this at home, parents, if you have not received report cards, call the office and we can get you another copy. Basketball. We had a great game on Saturday. So close. Oh my goodness. It was so close for the gentlemen. Rehoboth beat us by 1 basket. And our ladies gave a great effort. They played their hearts out there, and it was very impressive. So we are continuing to get better with our sports, and I would encourage everybody to consider trying out for the sports for next year. This year we're going to have track coming up, and that's a sport that most people can participate in. So consider if you're eligible, and that means your grades have to be caught up in order to be able to be on a team. So consider track, but our basketball team, we have a couple more games, so we'll be watching to see how they improve every time. That's all we have for today. So let's do our student pledge. I will do the good, I will learn the true, and I will love the beautiful. And I hope you have a great day today.